Yeah, welcome everybody to the third ever Q&Asa, where things happen. I don't know what, we're still kind of establishing the way this show runs and how it works and what it's all about, because this is only episode 3. How's everybody doing today? This is not actually episode 3, it's like at least 8,000 of them have already happened. It is just a nice little relaxed conversational show where you talk to me, you talk to each other, and we just talk about stuff really, mostly games, not entirely games. Member for 29 months, Isla. This is not your favourite show, but thank you. Thank you indeed. And thank you to everybody else that's just here to hang around and talk about stuff. How is everybody doing and what has everybody been playing? You all know how this actually works, so I don't need to run through it, and I'm not going to run through it this time. We're going to crack on through and do an incredibly brief and brisk show today because that's how it is. No, it might not be. We'll see how it goes. Not 29, but 18 will do. 18 is amazing, James. Thank you for every one of them that you've been there. So much appreciated. Are you playing Final Fantasy 14 right now as you watch? Is it something that you do on the side? And what is your current Final Fantasy 14 activity? I'm always tempted to play that game, but it's like a notch behind World of Warcraft on my MMO temptations, and neither one is quite getting over the line where I go and play it. I mean, Half-Life 3 confirmed by me because the name I see. Yeah, it could be. For 21 months. Wow, loads of you have been around for years and stuff. That's awesome. You're doing gathering. Is your last job is a gathering job, or are you gathering for a crafting job that will see you to the end of it? And when you get your last profession up, are you actually going to stop playing? Half-Life 3 is the new Final Fantasy 14. I'm not sure about that because one of them very much exists. Just gathering because you only live once. Interesting. There's probably other things you could be doing that might be more enriching, but if you enjoy your gathering, you do your gathering. Have you actually finished your progression? Have you got to the end of everything that you're trying to do? Because last I heard you had one job remaining before you'd maxed them all out. Half-Life 3 does exist, it's just not in our hearts. Well, no, it exists, right? Our hearts and hopes, yeah, it can be there, but it also tangibly exists. We just don't have our hands on it ourselves or our knowledge of it ourselves. But you've been around longer than you thought. Time does fly when you're having fun. 19 months from Craig, who's regularly there for our community games as well, which more people should be. James, don't uninstall Rocket League ever again. I don't know when we're going to play it again. I'm not saying keep Rocket League installed, we're playing it this week, because we're not playing it this week, but keep it installed because it comes back again and again, and it's devastating when you say that you weren't told because you didn't look at the damn forum and then you didn't have it installed in time and couldn't join us. Yeah, keep it on there. Keep it on there. And actually, I don't know what we're playing this week. We should probably try and figure that out. But this week can potentially be a longer one as well. So we can double game it. We can add some Saturday game in there as well. Because things have changed a little bit. And I've got a little bit more community game time at the weekend. Marvel's Cosmic Invasion is a decent shout, Craig. Except that I won't be able to participate. Because I don't have that. Right? How much is Marvel's thing? Pummel Party is highly likely to be on one of those days. I mean, I think it's long overdue. I think I've installed the workshop content and had it waiting in the wings for us to have enough people, but we do need people to commit to the start time for Pummel Party. That's the challenge with that one, is I can't play it by ear on the night and have people dripping in. You need to be there at the start of the game or you can't play, right? Which is not me being an arsehole, it's just the way that Pummel Party is structured. FTW as well, how's it going? $26 on Steam. Yeah, we can do some Puddle Party. That's all the frogs and ducks and stuff that might resummon episode 13 who's been missing for a while. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure out the weekend. Wait, Marvel's Cosmic Invasion is on Game Pass. Is that true? Are you all lying to me? I did not know that. Okay, if it's on Game Pass, then we'll definitely do that. We'll do that. Is that 6-player, or am I dreaming that? You were thinking sweats? Don't think sweats, I'll start sweating. Ah, no, it's too late, I'm already sweating. Okay, so if that Marvel thing is on Game Pass, is it cross-platform as well? So if I get that going, then we can get the Xbox people and the PC people and anyone that's bought it on other stuff can all be involved. FTW, why are you so anti playing the Game Pass version? Or did you not have Game Pass at the moment? You dip in and out of it, didn't you? I remember. Okay, I'm gonna verify this. When did it come out? No one's played it yet, have they? We haven't had people like practicing on the demo and shit like that. Illegal things. This is an ugly mess. Oh look. Here it is. Play with cloud with your subscription, or it just popped up, I can install it. Well. 2 to 4 player online. Yeah, okay, we can have a good crack at this at the weekend. And it's tiny. 560 meg. My game is bigger than that, and it's not even got any assets in it. I don't think that's true. I don't know how big my one is. I've not looked. It's not practicing because it's co-op. It is still practicing. Still highly illegal. You have to understand, Craig, it may be co-op, but it's still competitive because I'll be doing it live on stream and I have to be evidently the best player there. Which has not happened yet, but one of these days. And until that happens, I'm going to keep accusing everybody of over-practicing. Minecraft update is in 7 days. Mounts of Mayhem and Nautilus and Nautili? I don't know. Nautilus is Nautili. Nautili, we'll go with that. I know nothing about it apart from those words. And I only vaguely, probably don't accurately know those words. So, you expect Killing Floor 3 to be added to Game Pass tomorrow. Why do you expect that? I know it's coming to PlayStation Plus, and I know you get a lot of overlap with when games go where, but not typically at the same time, right? Is there some kind of announcement to say that it is coming? I saw that you put that on the list as well. And actually, I want to set my PlayStation up for streaming again. The main reason that I don't use the PlayStation much is purely because my finicky audio setup. On the Xbox and the PC, I can pump headphone sound over HDMI so that if you're watching on stream, you get the good headphone sound. If I'm using my headphones, I get the good headphone sound. PlayStation does very good headphone sound and gives you no way of pumping it out over HDMI. So I have to do some balking to get it to work, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet with my current setup because I'll need to pump it into 2 different PCs and sync it up with 2 different streams, and it's a pain in the ass. Still, Killing Floor 3 is on PlayStation Plus and may well come to Game Pass, and may well be a good candidate for some community games when it does. The PC show is happening tomorrow and it's powered by Xbox PC Game Pass. The social media Killing Floor 3 has had eye emojis for that tweet. Okay, fair. Yeah, it is the PlayStation Plus game this month. Normally, the only thing that would stop it from coming to both at once is if one or the other were being precious about their announcement and didn't want that overlap. But it's weird because if it goes to all the subscription services, it almost may as well have gone free to play. But you know. Not quite. They did get paid some money for it. But you've played it, I mean, and you said it was terrible. You said Killing Floor 2 was much better, and you were ever so disappointed that Killing Floor 3 took away everything that was good about it and turned it into garbage. That's what you said. Not... Like, I'm paraphrasing. What you actually said wasn't quite that, but that's the impression that I got. Which isn't even really paraphrasing, because it's blatantly not what you said at all, but you know. Anyway, nobody's told me what you've been playing yet. Tell me what you've been playing, because I obviously don't play much. I don't play games anymore. Why haven't I been playing Ark Raiders, Nagarax? Because it's so much fun killing people and stealing their shit. I played it once and I didn't like it very much. I don't think anybody killed me and stole my shit. I didn't really have any. I don't like that game very much. I do have it. Catherine made me buy it. My wife made me buy it. Because she thought I'll enjoy it and I'll get involved with people and it'll be fun. But, you know, didn't work out. Didn't work out. I might play it again at some point, but I don't know when. Because the reason that I don't play mini games at the moment, most of you already know, is that I keep my head down, learning to code and make shit, learning to make my own game, and that is consuming my time and my thoughts and my socks somehow, which is going pretty well. I'm having fun with it still. Had a slow week on it, but Pete's loving Arc Raiders. I know, we got a bunch of people around that do love Arc Raiders. HW, you've been playing Half-Life 2 and dying like the beast. Half-Life 2, why? I saw Amin was talking about playing it in VR, which we can do. I will try and sort my VR tomorrow. But that's a thing that can be done. But what's got you into Half-Life 2? Because there's not been fresh content, or is it just all the talk about the third one? The possibility that it gets announced has got you playing the second one. I mean, you've been playing all kind of Valve stuff. Portal 1, halfway through Portal 2, finished Black Mesa. And you're playing... Oh, I didn't know they include Blue Shift in that as well. Okay. And FCW is just playing it for no particular reason. Just because. Craig, Cosmic Invasion. Oh, you've been practicing already. Fuck. Grounded 2. Oh, you've been practicing... Oh, Enshrouded. You've been practicing. Cyberpunk, that's okay, you can play Cyberpunk, it doesn't have multiplayer. And that egg game that Deadly Headley was talking about, you can practice that as well, that's fine. That's quite a lot, you've got quite a long list of things you've been playing. And Left 4 Dead 2 as well, which I do keep installed. I mean, I've got Left 4 Dead 2 installed for... At some point in time, that game will come up as a thing that we play as a community game. When we just got some stragglers and we don't know what to do, and you suggest it, and it'll be like everybody there will be like, yeah, I got a PC, I got Left 4 Dead 2, let's play that, and we'll play that. You got a cinnamon can? I thought that's a candy. I was like, what? Candle and candy. Try it. It could be both. Take a bite. Let us know how you get on. I have played Dark Souls 3. That's the only thing that I played this week. Not strictly true. I played Rocket League, obviously, but we're not going to talk about Rocket League much. Dark Souls 3, I've only played like an hour of it. It's good. It feels very familiar. It feels very much like Elden Ring. I know it came before Elden Ring, but you can feel it's the same. And that's good enough for me. I don't know the lore and story of Elden Ring. I know that it looks pretty and impressive. I know that it's got depth to it, but I can't absorb it as I play. So Dark Souls 3 is going to be much the same. I don't know what's going on going into it. I'm not going to know what's going on when I get to the end of it. There's a cheese over on Twitch. Thanks, Isla. Twitch, by the way, again, I've mentioned it in Discord, so most of you probably already know, but Twitch is a thing that I'm going to try and use more when I'm doing the game streaming, and it is kind of worth watching there. This particular stream isn't. It's just like 1080p garbage quality on every platform, because I just need it to be responsive for the sake of a conversation. But when I do games, you go to YouTube if you want the best picture quality, but there's a lot of delay. And if you want to be involved live in conversation and stuff, then Twitch is currently better for that. So I do encourage people, if you can, to try and get over on Twitch. It's also, for me personally, the only way that you can get anywhere on Twitch is by having people already watching on Twitch. So it does help me if you watch it over there. Because Twitch, the way that discovery works over there is it basically only floats your content if people have already found it, and it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Blue Shift is a mod. It's not official. They're also making Opposing Force and other community play. So it's I don't know a lot about the Black Mesa stuff. What is that made on? Because that was already not official, right? But it was endorsed by Valve, I think, or approved, or in some way like amicable. They were allowed to do it. But I don't know what tooling they use, what engine it runs on, what, like, if there is any of actual Half-Life contained within, or if they coded it fresh, because I don't follow it that closely. I've got no idea. So what is Black Mesa, and who are these people making other things using Black Mesa to do the side stories? Cheese is your favorite emoji. Okay. Okay. It's made on Source 1, but you think it's a branch. So, was Half-Life Source? Or did Valve have a different engine prior? I know Source ran for a long time, and I had loads of, like Titanfall and things were branched off of Source, but I don't know how far back it goes. You never use Twitch, but you will do to use the free Amazon sub. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. And Evening Wix, how's it going? It's been a while. Why am I saying Mesa like that? Because I don't like saying... I said Mesa and I hate that because it rhymes with my name. So I'm going to go with Mesa. Why are you saying candle like that? Fucking... and cheese. Heinz started doing truffle mayo and it is really good. That's interesting. So I get tangent. I really like stuff from the Sauce Shop, right? Which is the name of an online store that does lots of good sauces. And mostly they do quite hot sauces, but they do regular stuff as well. And stuff basics like ketchup and things are quite nice from there. But their mayonnaise tastes really like egg. Like it's supposed to, but it's weird. They do a truffle one as well, and they do truffalo sauce, which is buffalo sauce with truffle, and they do Christmas. They do like hot honey and truffle sauce, and a something fiery cranberry one. They do loads of good sauces. Sauces are good, so yeah, enjoy your truffle mayo. Is it expensive? Is Heinz truffle mayo 3 times the price of Heinz regular mayo? You need this store in your life. Yeah, Hodl Shark's a fan of it as well. When I mentioned it, I was surprised at how many people in our community had already had some awareness of this store. It's literally called the Sauce Shop, and their sauces are really damn good. So, and they will deliver them to your front door, if you have a front door, or to your PO box if you're really secretive. I don't know. Wherever you are, Wix, they can probably do it. Well, I say that. I'm assuming they only cover the UK. Can't remember if you're there. Luke, you've been playing Absalom. I've been tempted by that, and Cosmic Invasion, and Neon Inferno. You're waiting for Prime 4. When does Metroid Prime 4 come out? You're playing a lot of like side-scrolly 2D stuff there. I'm assuming you've lost an eye, and the third dimension of games is making you sad. So for as long as you're wearing your eye patch, you're going to stick to the side-scrollers. Comes out on Thursday, so you need to grow a new eye by Thursday. You can do it. I believe in you. Am I still addicted to Stollen? I am still addicted to Stollen. I am. You can see it in my cheeks. Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I'd had Stollen before, but it wasn't on my list of things that I was aware of. And then this year, Craig, you've done something bad. So yeah, I get weird ones. There's like apricot Stollen and cherry Stollen, and they're really damn good. They're only little, but then you have 7 of them. No idea how much truffle mayo was. He just ate it and then got kicked out of the shop. Yeah, I know how it goes. Cotton 2 on the Saturn? When you say you've been playing Cotton 2 on the Saturn, you mean on your little, you know, whatever the fucking thing's called, your little 3DS thing. I've never heard of Cotton 2, and I know every Saturn game, even the ones that I dreamed. So that's what I was curious actually, because you mentioned a lot of stuff that you've been playing, but you didn't mention the Sega lineup in particular, and that's where I have quite a lot of interest in emulating stuff. So it emulates the Saturn well, does it? Because I tried to play when I was doing my emulation streak on my phone, I tried to play Shining the Holy Ark, because I've never played it. I want to play from the Saturn catalogue. I want to play Shining the Holy Ark, and I want to play Dragon Force, because I just skipped both of those. And it did not emulate well on my phone. And my phone should be plenty powerful for it, but it was a horrible experience, so I didn't do it. So they're still on my to-do list, along with the Golden something. What's the series on Nintendo that's Golden something? Tactics RPG. And I want to play all of them. Come on, someone knows. Because I only relatively recently discovered that they were made by the studio that did Shining Force games. Which means I absolutely have to play them. And I have not. I want to play Shining Force 3 again as well, at some point. I've done like a 20 years later playthrough of that one already, but I need to do a 30 years later playthrough of that one. Keep playing it, because it's beautiful. Anyway, what are we talking about? Aldi ordered apple stolen by its other nuts. I was there today and I didn't go in because I wasn't appropriately clothed, and my wife went in and didn't pick up stolen because I didn't tell her that that's the one that you've been recommending. Just picked up alcohol, which is also fine and useful, but missed out. There's still time, like a month until Christmas. So, yeah, what the fuck was I wearing? That's none of your concern. We're here to talk about video games. So, what have... most of you have been telling me what you've been playing. Did I tell you about Dark Souls 3? I was brilliant at it. I wasn't brilliant at it. It's the start of the game where it's all relatively easy. You're playing Plants vs Zombies right now. Are you doing the Be the Zombies mode that you like? Or cracking through the campaign? Are you going to stop when you finish the campaign? You haven't unlocked it. Yeah, you have. Okay, fine. You haven't unlocked it yet. But you nearly have. You just unlocked the Radical in Ball X Pit, so you can eat dinner, watch me, and play around. I still don't like Ball Pit, and I'm still going to call it Ball X Pit. Don't argue with you. You're going to lose your shit. That's like, I'm in no danger here. You're far away, so that's fine. I can argue in the safety of my home. Dark Souls 3 is one of your favourites, to be honest. How long have I been playing? I've been playing for like an hour, FCW, and in theory, playing for an hour would mean I haven't even got through the character creation screen, but I did speedrun that and not make an effort, which is disappointing of me. Oh, maybe actually. Maybe I should offline make a new character that's not a pyromancer and is more designed. So my Dark Souls character that I've made, I've never played Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, I don't know anything about it. The intro cinematic introduces a character called Yorm the Giant. So I figured I'm just going to quickly make Yorm the regular sized. So I made a character called Yorm. And I looked through the classes and didn't really know what to do, and I picked a pyromancer. But my experience of the game so far as a pyromancer has been that being like effective at range probably undermines quite a lot of the game. I don't know, because I'm only, in terms of actual gameplay, probably like 20-30 minutes into it. But lobbing fireballs kind of trivialized the first boss and the first optional one. I'm not necessarily in it to like struggle, so I don't mind that it wasn't hard, but it did feel cheesy just standing back throwing fireballs. So I don't know. And then I've got the situation where I get the character to the level up screen, and I'm like, well, I got an axe in one hand and a fireball in the other, and these are completely divergent stat paths, and I'm going to need to choose early doors whether I want to be cheesy ranged guy or whether I want to hit stuff in the face with an axe. And it's kind of going to force my hand into min-maxing in a way that I'm not particularly interested in. I could be wrong, but this is my sense of the game so far. So if I'm gonna min-max, then why have an axe and a fireball? Maybe I should make a character that's more purely driven in one direction. Hello, Replicant. You play loads of games, so what have you been playing? I keep getting tempted by World of Warcraft, you know. It would only take such a small nudge from other people playing it to say, hey, play World of Warcraft with us. And I'd be like, yes, fuck it. I'm not going to make a game anymore. I'm going to grind World of Warcraft copper veins. Not actually copy veins, obviously, you know, actually play the game. Watched a bit of the recent Rocket League community game stream, and it did actually look fun. Of course it looked fun, because it's brilliant, and that's despite the fact that my face would have been thunder the whole time. Right? I didn't make that one look fun, so that was the game doing all of the legwork. Rocket League's brilliant. It is. It's a perfect game. Easy to get into, impossible to get good at. Yeah. Keep it downloaded. Join us next time. Replicant Stellon Arc Raiders. Okay, fair enough. Have you had any good like Arc Raiders emergent gameplay story moments? Has anything funny happened? Basically, have you got any good stories from Arc Raiders where shit's played out funny? Because I don't. Funniest thing I saw was when Demon Hunter was all like chicken shit, hiding in a building, trying to shoot robots that couldn't fit through the doorways. And that was more embarrassing than funny, you know. Sorry, I mean, but that was a shameful moment. And I'm glad we all died. What else is going on? I don't know. Somebody tell me what the gaming news is. We'll keep talking about the games that you've been playing. Oh, and I'll tell you about the game that I've been making. I've got very little to tell about the game that I've been making. I had a slower week. I finished the junior programmer learning course, the little pathway that Unity gives you, and it said I was like a school kid. Like, well done, you're at high school level, which was deeply deflating because I thought I was learning proper stuff, and then it said no, you're like an 11-year-old. Well done, baby's first code. So that was like sad. Then I moved on to the, I figured I need to do, because I'm antisocial and I don't have anybody making this thing with me, I need to do every facet of making a game if I want to make a game. So I went on to the creative core side to learn a bit about the basics of like the art side of it, right? Making the models and animations and blah, 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 blah. And it didn't go very well because that course isn't as well structured or as good. So I faffed about with it for a bit, and I will go back to it. I will need to learn it, but it's all based on the rendering pipeline that I don't use in Unity anyway, so it's only partially applicable to what I'm doing. So I left that on the side and went back to my own project, which is hopefully eventually going to be the game that I can actually release in some capacity. I just started coding my nicely intricate spell system that I've got for it. Just coding the way that I handle like fire damage and ice damage and lightning damage and all those kind of things. And it's brilliant fun. It's going really well. I'm really pleased with the systems that I'm putting in place. But I've got so much more to do before I can show you. And when I do show you, it's going to be freaking ugly because I don't know any of the art side of it yet. Rain damage, you know what, Pete? It's not got rain in it at the moment. And I'm unsure. Obviously, at some point, I'm going to have extreme weather in the game, right? It wouldn't be a me game, but you can say that as well. It's not a VR game, so it's already, like, slightly out of character. My second game, if I get to it, possibly third game, I haven't quite decided on the order, but one of the games that I have planned is a VR game, or a cross-pancake VR game. But this one is not. This one is not. There is no rain damage, but there can definitely be rain. But yeah, I've got neat stuff that I'm making that I could talk about for 17 hours, but I shouldn't. For a second, you thought I said brain damage instead of rain damage. No. Right, let me scroll up and see what's going on. So FCW, you've got no idea what's going on with the world of gaming. Dealing with too much real life stuff. Well, I hope it's not all terrible. Wix, some dude in solo play murdered you 2 minutes into the game despite you announcing that you're chill. Then you gave him a massive guilt trip on chat while you crawled around and bled out. Thing is, Wix, if you weren't chill, if you were planning to shoot him in the face, you definitely announced that you were chill. So therein lies the challenge. The only ones more suspicious than the ones that are saying that they are chill are the ones that are using the voice modifiers and trying to flirt. That's Joe. That's Hoddle Shark. That's what he does. They're the ones that you know are going to try and kill you. But someone announcing that they're not going to kill you is probably going to kill you as well. Most people are probably going to kill you. It's just a matter of when, and arguably that one did you a favour by killing you early and not stringing you along for the majority of the game and killing you when you had the valuables. For they were a rookie. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Someone tell me more stuff. While I think. While I think, I'm not even thinking. I don't know how to think. I thought if I just say it out loud, if I say I'm thinking, then my brain would engage and thoughts would materialize, and then I'd have words to express them. But actually, I said, let me think, and there was just complete silence in my head. It was very peaceful for a moment there. Very peaceful. Worryingly peaceful. So, I actually have no idea what's going on. So apparently Marvel's Cosmic Invasion has come out. That's a thing to play. I will play it. There's a few other games coming out this month. Octopath Traveler 0 is coming out this month, which made me think I really need to play whatever the other one's called, Octopath Traveler 2. I haven't done that yet. Get that out of the way in time for 0. There's a few other things coming out too, but those ones stood out and reminds me I haven't played Final Fantasy Tactics yet either. Okay. Or Unicorn Overlord. I fired up the PlayStation the other day and noticed that I've got Unicorn Overlord installed, ready to stream, and has been there for the last... since it came to PlayStation Plus, which was quite a long time ago. Johnny, over on Twitch. How's it going, Johnny? Did you get your Twitch update? Isla, yes, you made me an Octopath Traveler from... freaking ages ago. So long ago. Is YouTube better for chat? YouTube definitely has more people in it, so yeah, it's better for chat in that sense. Generally when I'm streaming, it's harder to say where's best, but yeah, most of the people are on YouTube at the moment. Which you made me say out loud, and now I'm going to lose my Twitch channel. I'm going to get modded and banned. Is there a big Christmas game coming, or do you need to restart Animal Crossing? You need to restart Animal Crossing. Why would you restart Animal Crossing? Can't you pick up where you left off? Started Dark Souls 3, nothing else matters. That is not true, Chronic. The initial, like the first half of that sentence, I have started Dark Souls 3 now. Yes, I have. Does nothing else matter? A lot else matters. There's so many games that I want to be playing. But also making my own thing still consumes me. I must do it. But also kicking people. I really want to kick some people. I've got a lot of work to do. You find yourself playing more older games now also? Yeah, I want to play all the older games too, damn it. And not all of them, some of them were shite. But a lot of older games. Anyway, I think we've covered all of the news for the week. I don't know what's happening. What's going on? Someone tell me. As you know, I don't podcast anymore, which means I've got even further away from tracking what's going on in the social media circles. Should we have a look at social media? That's a terrible idea. Let's fucking do it. Fucking do it. Do this. This is a section of the show that was supposed to happen and never took off because I didn't get around to it. All right, this is social media. I apologise in advance. It's Twitter to begin with. What's happening on Twitter? I don't think I follow anyone. This is the Gaming Arcadia account, and it says Dan Houser from Rockstar is discussing the proliferation of AI, comparing the tech to mad cow disease and describing the execs pushing it as not the most human or creative people. Oh, brutal. So, this is a thing that's been going back and forth, isn't it? Because Epic's Tim Sweeney criticised Valve for insisting that people list on Steam the usage of AI in making games. And Tim Sweeney says that's It's detrimental to creators and kind of arbitrary because pretty much everything is going to be using AI going forwards. So listing it does nobody any favors whatsoever. There's quite a pushback from people. AI is always kind of a hot button topic, right? So there's quite a bit of pushback from people that would insist that they'd rather know and avoid the games that use AI. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the gaming news, and we've talked about it before, and people have their opinions, and I don't know why I mentioned it again. Oh, did you see the racing game that was a disaster as well? The guy that made Project Cars 1, 2, and 3, and fell out with, I think it was Bandai Namco that published those, could be wrong, but whoever it was, he fell out with them and made his own studio and made his own game with blackjack and hookers, and bragged about how brilliant it was and the awesome physics and graphics and all the rest of it. And then the game came out and was a freaking disaster, and cars flying everywhere and nobody able to control anything properly, and that's gaming news. That happened. Red Dead Redemption on Xbox Series XS is stunning, say Xbox. You can play it with enhanced image quality, HDR support, and more. Current owners of the digital backward compatible version on Xbox One can upgrade digitally for free. The digital backwards compatible version on Xbox One. So Red Dead Redemption was a 360 game, wasn't it? What's the I'm confused. It's also available with Xbox on PC. Red Dead Redemption, eh? Craig loves it. Craig, the first Red Dead Redemption. I know you don't like Red Dead Redemption 2. We discussed it. But you never mentioned the first one. Did you ever give that a try? Are you going to give that a try? Now that you can play it again. Look, it's got rain in it. I just saw rain in that little trailer. It was a 360 game. Did it have was there an Xbox One version as well? Or when they say in this little tweet, the backwards compatible version on Xbox One, I don't know what that means. I don't know what versions of this have come out. You've never played it. Oh, I did. You have to ranch cattle. You get on a horse and you go wee, and it's really freaking boring, and then it says you can do it more if you want, and I quit the game. Red Dead Redemption 2 still doesn't have a 6 frames per second patch. Yeah, that's one. It's not only that it doesn't have a patch, it's that they specifically blocked Microsoft doing it, right? Because they want to sell it at some point. People always forget about Red Dead Revolver because the name is different, FTW. Of course we're going to forget about it. They're both masterpieces. I can believe it, but they're long, right? And I don't have time to herd cattle. And I don't have time to hold A to ride horse beside other person that's riding horse. Chronic, you reckon the first one was way better than the second? I still intend to get to them one day. But what are my intentions, eh? Fuck. Or not committing to anything. Right, so Fallout 76. Nobody cares about Fallout 76. Guardians dive into a new lawless frontier today. The Destiny 2 Renegades expansion is available now. What? Is that real? Is there a new Destiny expansion that I've never heard of and didn't know was coming? I don't play Destiny. I don't play Destiny, so I wouldn't follow them. But like Final Shape and like all these other things, I knew of their existence before they came out. I had some buzz about them. Is this an actual expansion for Destiny, or am I misreading? Oh well, that's a thing. Did you know the reason that I've got today's background, you see this is the Ascent in the background, the reason I've got that is because the studio Neon Giant are announcing their next project in maybe like 9 days, I think they said. I think it was the 11th of December they said they're announcing it. Or they teased that they're doing something. That's going to be interesting because the Ascent as their first game was kind of awesome. You'd think the Final Shape would be the last one because it's like got finality built into the title. But no, apparently there's a Renegade one. You think it's supposed to be a first-person shooter? Destiny 2, yes. You mean what Neon Giant are doing? I hope not. Like they can, that's fine. Can't have too many first-person shooters, I guess, but you know, no strong opinion on what they do or don't do. I would have quite liked to have seen an Ascent 2 from them, but you know, probably because Marathon is going to be shit. You think they've like thrown together this Renegade expansion from scraps because Marathon was going to be shit. Replicant, you played Marathon. Is it going to be shit? Is it going to be brilliant? You love Arc Raiders. It's the same game, right? Exactly the same game, but and I think they did go back on their decision not to have proximity chat. I think they did recognize that perhaps it's essential, so maybe that will be included. But you need to retract your prior Red Dead Redemption comment. You want no part in pleasing FTW. Just you can do both. Say that you prefer the first Red Dead Redemption, but completely disavow Red Dead Revolver, and then you'll have your opinion and your fallout with FTW. Win-win. You think it's okay? Yeah, but how does okay stack up against Arc Raiders and Tarkov? Do you think you'll pay money for it when it comes out? Gaming with Passion, you played it as well, and it's meh. Meh. Yeah. Probably because you couldn't hide in a building and cower from all of the enemies, right? You say it's meh because the enemies can get through doors and shoot you back. Wind up. Play Dungeons of Eternity with me. Timon played it with inferior controls. What, he used a control pad? Wild. He must have struggled. Did you know Demon Hunter actually has his thumbs are on the wrong hands, back to front? It's the PvP that makes Arc. But see, I would expect, I don't know, but I would have expected Marathon to do that side of it pretty well. Maybe not though. Maybe it's awful. I mean, it's got a stealth character that can turn invisible, so that's bollocks for starters. Terrible error. Terrible error. But besides that, I would have thought they had at least the gunplay side of PvP done well. Okay, so we've got that news. We've got I'm still social media. What should I look at besides like Twitter? Because I have Blue Sky, but there's never anything on there. Just get weird VTubers being strange. World of Warcraft adventurers calling you home. Pick your plot, decorate inside and out, explore the neighborhood, and much more coming soon. That looks wank. Take a picture, solve a puzzle, something from Epic, blah 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 blah. Stars and stuff, Katamari, whatever. Scroll. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I guess America's got Thanksgiving here or hereabouts. They had it maybe at the weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, Americans. And that means there's not much news, right? So I'm not missing everything. Everybody else is missing everything. Everything is missing. There is no news. Class-based is bad. I wouldn't necessarily say that like in every circumstance. I prefer a game that's not class-based, especially bloody Quake Champions. Your class is out of my face. But like I've got the capacity, the emotional capacity to love a class-based game as well as more raw, even balanced stuff, you know. Why are you sorry, Wix? Ah, because you've been spamming questions. No, I think some of those are actual questions. I can't read them properly, but that's fine. You literally got stuck in Q&A and all your chats kept going in there. That's okay. I apologize on behalf of Google, as I'm sure it was their technical issue, but that's fine. Chronic, you just finished watching the new Tron Ares. It was decent, definitely set up for a follow-up movie. I haven't seen it, so that's fine. Isn't that the one where they take, like, you know, Tron characters and video game things, entities into the real world, and it makes no sense and everybody gets upset? Oh boy, it's your favourite. What's your favourite? Tron? The World of Warcraft patch. Oh shit, Replicant mentioned it. Big WoW patch this week. Is it a big WoW patch? Is it just housing? Are you looking forward to housing? Oh, I kind of want to play World of Warcraft. I'm going to do it now. Wait there, everybody. This is now a World of Warcraft stream. It's not. Question box errors are your favourite. Okay, I'm glad you're pleased. That's fine. Okay, so... Big World of Warcraft patch. When's the expansion, Replicant? That's not that far away, is it? Is this patch going to include like an event leading up to the next expansion? Is it interesting? Is the trilogy that they're putting out actually worth a damn? The trailer for this one didn't do a lot for me with the various like Void Elves and Night Elves and characters that I don't know fighting over the Sunwell. I remember the Sunwell, of course I remember the Sunwell. I was told often enough that I must, but none of that meant much to me. Starts to pre-patch. Do you still play Replicant? Are you active on World of Warcraft? Yeah, or has Ark supplanted it for you? I do envy your ability to just go and do dungeons with random people. I would enjoy the game a lot more if I had the capacity to tolerate people. You're playing Legion Remix. See, I can't be doing those. I don't understand the transient ones. Like, World of Warcraft is already not particularly good for keeping you connected to your character. It doesn't mean a lot that my shaman's been around for 20 years or something. He doesn't feel very different to one that I create fresh tomorrow, but I still don't fancy the classic and the remix and all that kind of stuff where they're even more kind of disposable. This is why the tokens, the level up tokens, upset me so much. It's not the only reason. Evening, Tom. What is on the menu today? And was your interview today? Your presentation that you put together? I think you said that was Tuesday. What is this background? No one guessed it correct. FCW, I've already said that it's the Ascent. Made a big thing of it. It was part of the conversation that we're having. I said it was the Ascent, and I said why it was the Ascent, and I explained that Neon Giant will be announcing their next game, and that's why I've gone for the Ascent as a background. So you get minus 10 points for guessing that it's the Ascent. You've actually hurt my feelings. Joking, I don't have feelings. That's fine. You can have points, have it. Okay, I don't even know what the points are. Chicken carbonara. I would like a little emoji badge thing that represents piss, please. Isla, I would like to replace Twitch's precious gemsticks with piss. Because I feel people will be more willing to acquire and dispose of piss. Because it's less precious. From most people's perspectives. Really, it was today. Presentation went well. Interview, not so much. Good experience. When you say that the interview didn't go so well, is that just a feeling, or have you been told that it didn't go so well? At least the presentation did, because I know you put some effort into it over the weekend. But... And you did say if you don't end up with that role, then you just carry on where you are, where it's a bit more chill. So hopefully it all works out good. I want to play PlayStation and Switch and Xbox, as well as PC. And I want to play VR. Somebody set up all my shit again so I can do it. Isla loves piss. Interesting. Interesting. Like, I don't want to delve any deeper into that. That's fine. We'll leave that one there and move swiftly on. FTW, it's okay to have walked out during any part of it. Tom's on the chicken carbonara, which is probably amazing because I definitely have it in my head that Tom's the best of all chefs. Mostly because of his descriptions of food that we've been having over many a year as well. Shut up a minute, Eddie. You got a bit too anxious and your mind went blank a lot. Find out for sure by the end of the week. Yeah, happens. Happens. Interviews are a weirdly pressured thing sometimes. Was it, is that the same place that you are now, isn't it? So was it with people that you currently work with and for? What I think or hope, I think they kind of have a responsibility to help you with a path. If they don't want to hire you for whatever this role is, then they need to work with you to give you a path forwards. So hopefully that happens and it all works out well for you. Yep. What else have we got going on? Battlefield was a game. Don't play that anymore. Maybe I should uninstall it. I still want to play, like, high on my mind. It's always flooding and changing because there's too much that I haven't played, but I want to play Avowed because I didn't get around to it. My initial plan was to play Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2 beforehand. Oh, and they announced that they're going to introduce turn-based mode to those games, right? I'm not playing it in turn-based mode because I haven't played it in its original guise yet, so I want to do that. Good, Tom. Good. You really enjoyed Avowed, yeah. I think it looks really good to me. I like Obsidian games, and I want to play Avowed before I get anywhere near Outer Worlds 2, which I also want to play. I still want to play Dragon Age Veilguard as well, but there's only so many big high fantasy games I can keep on the go, right? And at the moment, I've got none on the go. Oh, I need to do more. I need to play more and stream more so that I can get some of these games out of the way, but I also need to keep learning and coding. Okay, that's fine. I can do everything. Fuck it. What if they announce Pillars of Eternity 3? Nah, that'd be weird after they've done Avowed, right? Right, it would be cool to hear, but it's not too long and the exploration is quite rewarding. Story is sound. And I think it's got a pretty decent take on like first-person high fantasy combat, right? I think they took enough possibly undue heat in the run-up to the game launching. People monitored and critiqued the combat very heavily in the run-up to launch based on the trailers and things like that. But I think to the eventual benefit of the studio, it looks like it probably worked out pretty well for them. So yes, I would like to play that. That might come up pretty soon. Octopath Traveler 2 might come up pretty soon. Final Fantasy Tactics might come up pretty soon. Lost Odyssey might come up pretty soon. Unicorn Overlord might come up pretty soon. Dungeons of Eternity pretty soon. Beck. We need to hurry up and get through this so that I can get to playing some games. As well as all the community ones, obviously. As well as Enshrouded and Powered and the ones that we've got servers for. Panic. Anyway, shall we get to questions, or are there other things people want to talk about? I mean, the questions are a way to get to the things you want to talk about, regardless, because, you know, you can just stick things in there and we'll get to them. That's how it goes. You like the combat in Avowed, but you think the story and the dialogue is meh. Yeah, but you like Half-Life, right? So you don't like dialogue to be a thing. You'd much rather it were like background noise that you can run past, which is fair. You can switch between, yeah, you can switch between first and third. I know that you can. But, you know, the first person high fantasy ones, they normally have a different kind of, like third person games, you encroach on action territory and they can feel quite different. I consider this one to be like that heavier, less spinny, less slashy mode of combat because it needs to be for first person. So I consider it a first person game ahead of third, even though you can play with the camera pulled back, if that makes sense. Because you're not going to start Devil May Cry slashing and spinning all over the place without getting very motion sick. You dropped off the Outer Worlds 2 because of Ark. Kind of want to go back to it, but it didn't really grip you. Did you like the first one? I liked the first Outer Worlds. But I think Avowed probably does appeal to me more. I do want to play the Pillars of Eternity ones. Maybe I'll jump on those first. Maybe I will carry on with my mission to do those before getting to Avowed. Let's do questions, because I am speaking about nonsense and I don't know what I'm speaking about. But when I have no direction, the questions can help get it back on track. So let's have the first one, please. Wait a minute, I can't see them. Second Outer Worlds seemed better than the first one. Interesting. Tom, you've been enjoying Outer Worlds 2. You just knew how. Wait, you just wish you knew how specialized builds need to be before jumping in. The first game was weird because it didn't matter. There were a few like I'm not even sure if they were real difficulty spikes or if they were only if you went like off track, but near the start of the game it was quite possible to die very quickly. You became madly overpowered just by virtue of a couple of weapons, and the whole difficulty curve just fell off a cliff. But it was okay because it was still funny. What do you mean no, Isla? You was pissing. You were just talking about how much you enjoy it, so good. But no harm done, hopefully. You got a few blah 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 in Avowed. You can see through how they wrote it in a way that the NPC response applies to all choices 90% as I see. Yeah. Yeah, what was the... It was Expedition 33 that had the really terrible example where it wasn't literally like dark or funny, but it gave you a choice like, oh, do you want to hear a dark story or a funny story? And then it told you a dark and funny story, and it was the most like obvious blending of dialogue that they could have put out there, because I was complaining about it at the time when I streamed it, and I do need to get back to Expedition 33 because it's a travesty to have dropped off of that one at the end of Act 2. I need to get to it, and I will, maybe. But the dialogue choice where the response was blatantly a response to both of your possible answers was like, really? Come on now. You love watching foxes this time of year. What do they do? I don't know. Where do you watch foxes? Not like TikTok, right? You mean actually? Okay. First question is... Wait. Best guess? What game is Jeff's statue referring to? Seems the obvious candidates like Diablo have been ruled out. Who is Jeff? Is this... No. Who is Jeff? Jeff. I can think of a few Jeffs. Tom thinks it's Diablo. Jeff is Diablo. Or the game is Diablo. Because Jeff is satanic. Oh, so it's Jeff Keighley, so I've got the wrong kind of Jeff. Wix, you confused me. Because I thought Jeff Keighley, but then I thought, no, I'm pretty sure he's a G Jeff. Yeah, he could be Diablo. He is teasing something on Twitter. No, it's not Diablo. It's gonna be... I don't know, do Blizzard like his stuff and show up at the Game Awards? I don't think so. It's very Diablo coded. I'm gonna look it up. Do I have to search for his crap on Twitter? Jeff Keighley, let's see. One moment. Regal inspiring thickness. Regal inspiring thickness. This is what you're talking about, right? Got a crocodile. It's got armor. Maybe a bear. Lots of undead stuff. Okay. Okay. And like a door. Door carved in wood is from Soft Friends. I don't know. But now I've seen it. There's a full picture of the statue. Is that not the full picture? Did I just get a snippet of it? Oh, I see. A full picture of the statue is here. Yeah, I don't know. The snake tail runs all the way down there, and it's got This. People actually went out to that desert to check out the statue. Did they find it? Was it still there? Or did it get taken away? What bears? Diablo does have bears, but... It's going to be something garbage. It's going to be like Elder Scrolls Online DLC. That's my guess. It's still there with security. Okay. Probably worth some money if you can steal it, I guess. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question because I don't have an answer for that. I don't know what it is. I'm glad we established that Jeff is possibly Diablo. Wix, why would you start Animal Crossing, gamer? Why would you start Animal Crossing, gamer? This is one of these ones that's not supposed to be here, isn't it? But, oh whoops, I chatted while in your Q&A box. Ignore my second random post. No, I want to answer it. I can't answer it very sincerely because I haven't started Animal Crossing. So, start reading your questions. No, can't be done. Everything that goes in the Q&A box gets looked at and addressed in some capacity. That's how this show works. So, why would you start Animal Crossing? Like, something like 46 million people did start Animal Crossing, so there's a fair pool of people I could research and analyze and understand why you would start Animal Crossing. But they're all foreign to me and I don't know why people do the things they do. I would start Animal Crossing because... I don't think I would. Your island is so overrun by flowers, but you can't restart because you need to keep Teddy. Yeah, not selling it. Yeah. I don't understand that game. That's my answer actually. The reason that I would potentially play Animal Crossing is because I don't understand that game. And the best way to understand it would be to give it a go. So... I did actually, Animal Crossing is on my wish list on the Switch, and my wife shamed me for it. She's like, why would you play that garbage? You're a garbage person and I don't like you. And I felt really bad about it, but it's still sitting there on my wish list. And my answer is still that I would play it to see what it is. So, next question is, Wix again, it's the cooperation with randoms that makes Ark. Anyone PvPing in solo is just being a psycho. I don't know about that. I think PvPing in solo probably makes the game. You need to have those people in there because they're the like Sea of Thieves. They're the ones that mean you never quite know what you're going to get from the people that you find and encounter. So how can she like Stardew but not Animal Crossing? I don't know. Ask her. I don't know. I'm not really on speaking terms since she shamed me for having Animal Crossing on the wish list. I've not spoken a word to her since. So I can't really find out for you, Isla. So, let's have the next question, please. You and your daughter loved Animal Crossing through lockdown. Yeah, but now you're talking about starting it again, right? So you might love it again. What did you love about it? Explain it to me, Craig. Why is it interesting? What is the purpose? Replicant, do you want Santa to bring you any gaming presents? Yes, I want the chair that Elgato are selling. Santa's not going to bring it to me. It's too big for a chimney. But that's the thing that I want. And I want a PlayStation 5 Pro. I don't want a PlayStation 5 Pro. I shouldn't say that out loud because I don't. Because of the whole audio thing, I'd never play it. But when I play, I was playing Dark Souls 3 yesterday, and I started getting frame rate issues in a section that I'd run through. Like I'd run through it 6 times already without frame rate issues, and the 7th time it started going all choppy. And Lies of P went all choppy in random places, and it made me remember that Elden Ring went all choppy in certain places, and that made me think, oh, sometimes I do miss just playing on a console and not worrying about this shit. Now I'm going into a freaking Nvidia control panel and walking the VSync to try and find a way around frame issues that shouldn't be there, because It doesn't make sense for them to be there. Made me miss the consoles a little bit. The PS5 Pro is currently the one. This is not Klonoa music. You're ashamed of yourself. It is a FromSoft speciality. Yeah, no, I know they do, but Lies of P do it as well. And were they trying to replicate From Software that closely that they introduced frame rate issues? I don't know. The spooky bit in Joyland. It's not, no, but I believe you. I believe you. I actually can't hear the music, so I won't be able to put like a comparison on. I'm supposed to be able to hear the music, actually. It just broke it at some point, so I can't hear it. Let me see. I have no idea what you're listening to. I mean, I know exactly what you're listening to because I selected it, but I can't hear it. Yeah, I don't have the Klonoa OST because you tricked me into using that once before. I'm sure you remember it well. Sure you remember it well. It's just very relaxed and cozy. This is Animal Crossing, very relaxed and cozy. Make your island look and feel how you want. If you're into building in games like you are in Grounded, it's fun. If you don't like building, then leave it well alone. But in Grounded, you build to survive, right? And you build to defend and survive, and like there's a purpose to the building. You can make things elaborate, but yes, Wix knows. And Heroes of the Storm, to be fair, I have had on quite a few times because it's a nice, deceiving smorgasbord of audio from other Blizzard games. What a shame Heroes of the Storm went away. That's the MOBA I would play if I could. Anyway, let's have. This is a reused one though, yes, very much a reused one. They're all reused ones. The background is reused, the OST is reused, the intro music was reused, I'm reused. I've managed to get quite a lot in considering this is the only the third episode of Q&Asa. There's been a lot of stuff. I regret that the first time I stopped doing Q&Asa, I deleted about 30 different video backgrounds, some of which had never been used before. So I had them all set and ready to go, and I was like, wow, I'm not doing this show anymore. So I deleted them all. I deleted the silly tables that I had. I deleted so much stuff. And now I've only got about 5 that I cycle between, and I can't quite be asked to go and make more because it's not seemed worth it. Because no one's really here to see what background I put up, right? I used to spend freaking hours getting to a nice recording point in a game and staying very still and recording it to make the backgrounds for this thing. What a bellend I am. What a bellend I was. What a bellend I am. Next question, please. Oh, wait, here's one. Johnny, am I getting any Switch 2 games? You haven't got any value out of yours. I work part-time at the moment, and like I get just enough money to survive, and Switch 2 games are not cheap. Otherwise, I would actually very much like to get some. I'd like to stream some Switch games. I would like to play. I missed most of the Switch 1 generation, so I want to play the Xenoblade games. I want to play Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I might want to play other things. There's quite a lot of Switch games that I would have a crack at. There's quite a lot that just don't go down in price. And I would like to dabble in the silly ones, like the Mario Party and stuff like that, but there's no way you can justify like 60, 70 quid on something like that. So no, my Switch 2 doesn't get enough use. I do kind of hope to use it more. It's one of those things, it's never going to be it's never going to be what I play the multi-platform games on, because it's just not that. But there are lots of games that I would like to play. Harry, buying a Switch 2 is the biggest gaming mistake you made in the past 10 years, other than starting the podcast. No, the podcast was fun while you did it. You enjoyed it at the time. And you put out something like a bit special, right? Because it wasn't like gaming podcasts. So no, you did something well there. And maybe the Switch 2 will come good, you know? Or maybe it'll be a waste of money. Evening, by the way. Hope you're well. We played the Switch 2 maybe 8 times. Yeah, we did. We've played Mario Kart World maybe only like once or twice. I'll jump into Smash Brothers again. If they do an update for that, then I'll give it a go. I might play Fire Emblem Engage. That's another one that's on my list. Oh, and the Musu ones, right? I want to play those. I think they quite recently released another one of them that didn't get much fanfare, but I'd have a crack at it. It's just like games that I would have a crack at for like a little bit of a sample and a little bit of fun. They're not typically going to extract 60 quid from me at the moment. Mario Kart World is good on community night, and Smash Brothers would actually be awesome for community night. Yeah, Craig, I've suggested it before, but nobody wants to. Smash Brothers actually has a really neat system for spectating as well, so you can get 4 people in, but it's really easy to spectate and stream. So yeah, if they update it, I'll give it a go. I don't know how to play it, so I'll be terrible at it, but that's fine, right? It's just all the other games. Same kind of dynamic. The other thing with the Switch 2 though, the only thing that I specifically don't like about it is that it does have shitty HDR implementation across the board. So in terms of streaming it, everything does come out pretty wank, like pretty washed out and silly. But like it is at least true to what I'm seeing on the screen. That's just HDR on the Switch. So Civ on the Switch 2 with the Joy-Con as a mouse is apparently amazing. And Lego Party is the best Mario Party ever made. Lego Party actually has been on the list of things to do, assuming that's crossplay as well. The reason that Mario Party appeals is because it supports like 24 people or something. But Lego Party, we should get on that, and actually it might be, what's that thing that I got? Parsec. It might be a Parsec candidate where I buy it and other people just connect in a browser and play, rather than everybody having to own it. So you love how portable it is. I never portable games at all. No Discord integration is a big miss. Nah, that's all right. So Luke, the HDR implementation depends on the game. Maybe true. You've got more Switch games than me. I've not yet seen one that's looked good, and it's got to a point where, because Mario Kart World is flagship game for that thing and doesn't have good HDR, it's got to the point where anything that I play, I'm second guessing whether it's supposed to look like it does. Because I put Breath of the Wild on, the Switch 2 update for Breath of the Wild, and it all just looks like washed out. But that might be the art style for that game. The opening areas might just look like that, and I don't know if I'm playing a broken game or I'm not. And you'd think like, turn the HDR off and just have a look at it without. You cannot. You can turn off HDR on the console, so it says, but it still outputs an HDR signal and is just a mess, right? You can't actually turn it off. So, fuck knows. You can't have HDR on the Switch 2. The native screen resolution doesn't support it. HDR's colors can go on any resolution. I could stream you a 480p HDR thing right now. The screen bright now, yeah, but no, I'm not playing it portable. So I'm exclusively I'm playing it on a TV. I don't know the HDR implementation when you're playing it on a handheld. Maybe it looks fine. Like, I don't know, maybe the colors are vibrant there, like brightness or otherwise, like scientifically on point or not, I don't know. But when I play it on my TV, which is the only way that I play my consoles and PC, it looks a bit fuggy. Your hot take is that Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom suffer massively by having breakable weapons, and it's the hill that you'll die on. Teaches you how to use different ones. See, I haven't played it, so I have no need to kill you on that hill. You can relax, have a picnic. Hope you've got a wonderful view from there. Which is why I wanted to play it, right? I do have that one. I've got Breath of the Wild lined up and ready to play, but no thumbnail, so I couldn't do it. So it's just been sitting there waiting to be played for ever since the Switch 2 came out, because I had no thumbnail. What weapon do I recommend in Hades 2? Johnny, have you got the last one yet? The last one's shit, but it is good. Thematically shit. Mechanically overpowered. But my favourite one was either that or the one that you unlocked when I was watching you the other day when you were twitching it. The torches are very good as well. So the one that's easiest to get through, the easiest to succeed with, is the last one. But it is thematically wank. It's like, what is this? Enshrouded has breakable weapons. It's a survival game. Okay. But in easy mode, there's no weapon degradation. So you're playing in easy mode. No, you're not, Craig, because the server's not going to be on easy mode. And you're going to stop your practicing. Your character doesn't carry across, do they? So you are just wasting your time playing off server. Achieving nothing. Should you buy Cyberpunk 2077 for 17 quid? No, Harry, because you already own Cyberpunk. It's a waste of money to buy it again. If you don't own Cyberpunk, then yes, absolutely, Cyberpunk is fucking awesome. And the, especially if it includes the Phantom Liberty DLC as well. That's... yes. Yes. You refuse to buy it because you're stubborn and you don't like CDPR crunch culture. Well, well, well. It's really damn good. It is really damn good. But I'm not suggesting that you go and work for CDPR. Although I would. That would be cool. Not as good as Red Dead 2. Nah, it's really good. Am I okay? I don't have a new job. I'm fine. Doing alright, thank you. Episode 13. Home is still standing. There's some heating. My feet aren't too cold. So yeah, no complaints. No complaints. So I'm still... I'm not like sitting on my ass the whole time. I do some part-time work. And I make my game. And then I play some games. So, what have we got? When was the last time you played VR? FTW? It's been ages. I would like to. I would like to play it. And I will tomorrow. No, tomorrow's not Thursday. So the plan is to try and get it set up and working for Thursday. The issues that I have with it at the moment are the Quest 3 with the head strap that I've got, headphones, is too heavy. So it's a pain in the ass to get on. And I haven't had it working properly with my treadmill. So every time I've tried to get it going, there's just been something goes wrong. It's not so much, it's not just the treadmill or just the VR headset, but it's the combination of streaming, so like capture with all the other bits and pieces to get it all singing in harmony so that I can play it and stream it. That's just been falling apart. But I'm gonna have another crack on Thursday, and hopefully we'll play Dungeons of Eternity on Thursday. That's my target. VR actually very much suits the way that I'm streaming at the moment, where I don't necessarily have loads of time. VR is a good shout because the streams would be like hour and a half, 2 hours, nice short crisp things that I could actually fit in. So I very much intend to get VR going more regularly and to stream it again. That's the plan. Hold me to it. Burn me with fire if I don't get some VR going soon. Don't burn me with fire like if I don't get it going this Thursday. I'm going to try this Thursday, but burn me with fire if I haven't got it going by the end of the year. Or anything else you want to burn me with, as long as it's burny. That's fine. Harry, you bought Cyberpunk 2077. You're a sucker for capitalism. I mean, it's difficult to exist in society and turn your back on capitalism, right? Because you need things. You need Cyberpunk, so forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. It doesn't mean that you're one of them. Making a game in Unity at the moment, episode 13. I had a look at Unreal. I thought about branching off Godot. You know, having my own branch of it that I can call Godot. And having a look at that. But no, Unity is what I'm playing with. So Exactly, Harry. That is the meme. Next question is probably already up. Wait a minute. Okay, FTWs. Did anyone read? I'm going to stop you right there. No, I didn't. I've not even read this question. I don't read things. Did anyone read Devlog 2 of Judas that came out on Steam? You read most of it, but it doesn't tell you much other than who knows when it will come out. So Devlog 2 doesn't sound like a very high number of devlogs. Have they copied me? Have they falsely numbered their devlog? Like I've got, this is Q&Asa number 3, and actually there's been hundreds of them. Is this devlog number 2, but actually there's been hundreds of them? Well, I could put out 2 devlogs for the game that I'm making and I'd be ahead of Judas, which is shocking behaviour. I'm not going to. I will. Not today. Tom, since Saturdays aren't a thing now, what? So we've got less day. Oh, fuck. I did not realise the consequence of my actions. I thought if I stopped doing the podcast, I'll get more time. I didn't realise the whole freaking day would disappear. Now there's only 6 days in the week. How am I going to play all the games that I want to play? This has backfired horribly. Sean would be a good person to involve with it, Harry. You should do it. Make your rally game. Because my biggest struggle is like I'm happily learning the coding side of it and doing pretty well there, but the art side of it, yeah, get Sean involved. He's an art person, isn't he? So, not saying you're not. You might be supremely talented with the artistry as well, but me, I am not. Anyway, Tom's actual question. Since Saturdays aren't a thing now, you're going to have to ask here, what's not to like? Not being arty, it's not to like. Not having a single bit of talent in any given thing is a thing not to like. So that's my answer there. Other people are going to have to participate though, because ordinarily I would have had Luke and whoever else was around for the week telling me what they didn't like for the week for me to piggyback off of. You're going to have to... Oh, Isla, who didn't like the Arcadia round table? That's a sad thing. Stream the Keylers. I usually stay up and get drunk. Oh, it's too... I can't stream the Keylers. I don't like... Replicant, I don't... like, I can sit in Discord and watch it with people. But I don't like doing reaction content. You know, it's not a thing that I can do. So, and streams and things I struggle because I don't want to talk over the people that are talking, which is most of the 3 hours. So I just find that I'm yelling over adverts and then being quiet for the actual show and just looking like dumb-faced instead of screaming like a YouTube dickhead. But you need to be a YouTube dickhead to do reaction content, and alas, I'm too cool for that. So no, maybe we'll watch it in Discord if people want to. That's more comfortable for me. What weapon do I recommend in Hades 2? Wait a minute, did I accidentally read this out of turn earlier and answer it already? I think I might have read this out of turn somehow earlier. So, yeah. Yeah. Stream it, you're scared of the room. No, you can't be scared of the room. Also, I can't remember what time of day it is, but you'll probably be asleep. Buffer? No, that's not a buffer. That's just on your side, I think. I hope. What's not to like is selling property and then not losing 14 years of dock rights. That doesn't sound like a thing to like. It sounds too complicated for me. Like, how did that happen? Is this the struggles that you were talking about, FTW, when you said much earlier that you haven't played much because real life's been causing you problems? Because this does sound like problems if you're not allowed access to your crabs. It usually starts at about 1 AM our time, yeah. I mean, yeah, that says Discord to me. Do you think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 should have been nominated for a voice acting award? I've never heard the voices of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, so that's a firm yes from me. I am outraged that Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 was not nominated for a voice acting award. That voice acting peoples, they worked hard for that. They put in their life and soul. They studied. They grew. There were emotions. There was turmoil, there was joy, and it wasn't even nominated. It's a fucking outrage. So maybe we won't even watch the Game Awards this year. Maybe we'll skip it. Maybe we'll protest watch whatever else is on at 1 AM in the morning and do reaction content to that instead. That would teach them for not nominating the voice acting in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've not, Harry, I've not played it. I've heard other people say that the voice acting in there was really damn good. But no, I have not. And I've heard like only good things about the game, really. And the various systems at play when you're on it. So I should have it on my list of things to... I think that could have been more sarcastic. Absolutely, I could have. Could have been more sarcastic. I couldn't say the words, but I could do it. You've heard him and then wanted to slap his face. Is that effective voice acting or is that a problem? Well, anyway, yeah. Next question if there are more. So, I've still got that picture of a statue up, which means I'm still staring at... Oh, it's even worse. It's not even a Jeff Keighley tweet. It's a Dexito tweet. Disgusting. Close that off. Go on. So, while I'm getting the last question, we'll have a momentary streamception. So, do you think that you could have been any more sarcastic? Yeah, I already answered that. I could. Could have been more sarcastic. Wait. I don't like it. What have I done? That's not right. Oh, come on. Get all the way over here. Oh, I bollocksed up the streamception. Wait there, everybody. Hold that thought. Bollocksed it. Refresh. Full screen. Why is chat there? It's not supposed to be. And streamception. Okay. So... that's it. Ask a question, perhaps. That's almost like something I would write myself, but I didn't write it myself. How spooky. Did you just see my Pornhub tab? You did not. You did not. That's on the other screen. Well out of your view. Just wait for it to pass. What are we waiting to... What? What? Wait for what to pass? FCW, forgot to ask your normal question. Why haven't I bought Shinobi? Buy it so you don't have to keep asking. Yeah, I would still like to. I still will at some point. I saw that Animal Crossing game won't come back up. Anyway, that's it. We did the questions. We did the Q&Asa, episode 3. I think it went alright, so we might have an episode 4 one day. Yeah, that was good. Thanks everyone for coming through and talking all of this shit that we've been talking. I don't even know what we've been talking. I'm green in the Dimensions Beyond. Yes, I am. It's actually just the way things are. The more dimensions you travel through, the more green you get. Glad to have taught this very specific science. And now I'll get rid of it. Wow. Yeah, exactly. The more travel sick you get. So actually, other people that get less motion sick than I do might not have the same coloration, but time for you to go and play a bit of pool. Have a good one. This is your favourite bit. That's so demoralising. Like, I am crushed. What a sad note to end on, but we are in there. Thanks everyone. I'll see you in the Discord.